Welcome, everyone, to Mongols Pregame'n Edition. This is where we spend a few minutes chatting with the team prior to their next matchup. Joining me for this one is the first rookie we've had on this season. He got his first 3 starts this past week, culminating in a shutout in his most recent game. It's keeper Jacob Randolph. Jacob, how's it going, man?
Going well. How about yourself, Mike? Thank you for having me.
I'm good. No, absolutely. Super happy to talk to you. Most of the guys that we've had on to this point have been in a Bob Lilly system for a few years. Obviously, this is your first. How is your, first year experience been as a pro? How's it been under Lilly? Just how have things been?
Well, just overall to begin, first year as a pro, it's been pretty nice. I mean, so far throughout my life, I've always had to balance school and soccer at once or juggle multiple things. So I have to say it is pretty nice to make it to this stage in my career where I can just focus on soccer and having that luxury. So I'm eternally grateful. And working with Bob Lilly as a first year as a rookie, it's definitely probably one of the most demanding coaches I've had. He's always trying to extract every last bit of excellence out of you, and he definitely doesn't settle for subpar. But a great coach nonetheless, and always trying to get you better as a player and get the most out of you. So it's been, a learning experience coming from college where, I was originally at a D2 school, and excelled there, and then went to Division 1, and there was a learning curve there, and then jumping now up to the championship, another step, and then having another quality coach like Bob behind you, pushing you, trying to get the most out of you day in day out. It's been a good, challenging experience so far this year.
It's not just Bob. You obviously have John Bush, who's also sort of pushing you. He has a storied playing career. We've had him on the show. He's a great guy. How's Bushy as a coach?
But she's been excellent. I think I couldn't have asked for a better coach as my rookie year, even if I wasn't a rookie. I think he's a great guy to work with. Really cares about player development and cares about you as a person as well. He's someone I can talk to if ever I need to consult with him for any reason. But throughout my career, I haven't really, previously at Wilmington, I was coached by Aiden Heaney, who played in the MLS for a bit as well. But working with John Bush, one of the greats of goalkeepers in MLS, it's truly an honor and a privilege every morning to go in and train with him and be learning from one of the best. So I absolutely love working with Bushy. He's a top guy and a top coach as well.
That's awesome. Often when new guys come into the team, they do so without really knowing anybody else that's here. What's interesting is that you actually came in and not only did you know someone, you'd actually played behind them before, Gabby. I did not realize this until I was doing some research for this. What's the experience been like coming in and being here with Gabby after being with him in college as well?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I'm not sure that many people know this, but I'm also bilingual. I speak Spanish, so Gabby and I connect on a very, very good level. Being able to share Spanish in the locker room and on the field, and also just like some of our best days, fondest memories we've had at Wilmington, where we're training together, and so just extremely fortunate and blessed. I mean, I didn't even know he was coming in. Obviously, he was here on trial to start the year, and then performed well in the couple weeks he was here, and then they picked him up and added him to the goalkeeper union here. So it was honestly incredible. Once I saw him, it helped me settle in and made life a bit easier. I mean, we're good mates on and off the field, and it's I think small world. The fact that we ended up in the same place as well, and we both good friends and both push each other on and off the field. And yeah, it's been awesome having some familiar face up here in Pittsburgh.
I'm curious, you've mentioned sort of having a little bit more free time. You've mentioned sort of doing stuff off the field. You've been in Pittsburgh for a few months now. Do you have sort of a favorite hobby or something that you like to do off the field?
Honestly, I wouldn't say I have a favorite hobby. I mean, some of the guys they like playing golf a good amount.
Hmm.
I'm a golfer, but I will dabble occasionally when we go play top golf. Usually we get that on Tuesdays. It's half off, so I'd say that that's probably one of the more consistent hobbies we've done. But if not that, honestly, being from New Orleans, big foodie guy, being able to explore and just try and find different little dives in other spots with some of the guys on the team. It's been great. And for instance, this one place, Cilantro Yaho, just down the street I can't remember the address exactly, but it's just down the street from Highmark Stadium. And just about it before every home game, Friday after training, we're always in there giving them some business. A Venezuelan restaurant, very good. Highly recommend if you haven't been there. But yeah, I'd say just exploring the city if we're not playing top golf on Tuesdays. That's probably one of my favorite hobbies.
That's awesome. You somewhat famously, I'll say famously, you didn't start playing keeper until you were like 15 or 16. Where did you play before then?
Um, I actually played center mid or center defensive mid, like the six role, just kind of in the middle of the park. Um, and yeah, I'd always been obviously being a bigger fella. I'd always surprise people with my feet and my ability on the ball. So yeah, I was playing then, but it wasn't until about I was 15 or 16. You know, I just wasn't getting as much time on the field. Guys were getting quicker. There's some short, shifty guys out there as well as in our league now. So I had to make a transition, not necessarily by choice, but by out of necessity. The keeper on my team he broke his foot, and we needed somebody to step in between the sticks. And I figured I'd give it a whirl. And yeah, since then, when I put the gloves on and started saving shots, I just kind of got this rush, I guess, from saving shots the same way that I guess forwards or attackers get from scoring goals. So I kind of knew at that point that this is something I really enjoyed and gave me a second found love for the game. And since then, I've just rolled with it since then. And obviously, my size and frame are good tools to have as a goalkeeper. So you can say it was probably a switch for the best at that time. So yeah.
You say this, man. Now I'm like picturing you as like a holding mid, just like as a destroyer, like guys trying to get past you and you just being this wall in front of them. So,
Yeah.
but no, obviously it's worked out. You sound, have a pro future in the keeper position, which it sound like may not have been the case in mid. Um, Speaking of which, we've had a lot of keeper rotation this past season. You've now got 3 starts in a row, which seems like a bit of a vote of confidence. How are you feeling, personally at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's life moves pretty fast, especially at this professional level and with the games and stuff, the speed of play. But not only just that, just making my debut in Hartford on a Saturday, and then we return back to Pittsburgh, play Louisville midweek, and then go on the road again to North Carolina, go to Raleigh, and play again. It was a lot, honestly. Playing 3 games in a week, trying to find my feet, obviously, just dealing with the nerves and making my debut at the professional level. So it has been a lot, but I feel like after playing 3 games now and getting a flow of things and being the starter, I kind of have my feet underneath me a little bit more. So hoping to just keep this run rolling and yeah, glad to see that the gaffer Bob has some confidence in me. And it's nice to see I've gotten to run a game. So hopefully it'll continue.
You mentioned obviously a lot of games this past week. How has the team responded in training this week? Does everyone seem like they're well rested heading into this weekend, or how's everybody feeling?
Yeah, I think long travel week. 2 of the 3 games this past week were on the road, and then Monday came in for a nice regen session, just kind of getting the legs back underneath us and stuff, which I think we really needed. So that was good by the staff to give us a nice Monday that was a bit lighter to really get our head straight for the rest of the week and lock in and put in some quality work to prepare for Las Vegas. So yeah, I think the guys are raring to go. I think we're happy we'll have a multiple game week this week and we can really put our focus on Saturday as we need a result. And yeah, I feel like the guys have good energy heading into the weekend and have the game plan in place and ready to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are the thoughts on Vegas this weekend? Obviously, you're heading out west. It's a later game. Will you guys have any time to like enjoy Vegas at all, or is it very much business, get in, get out kind of thing?
I think we might have a little bit of time. Obviously after the game, guys, adrenaline and other things, you kind of stay up. And I think we have an early flight Sunday morning, so don't know if there will be sleep involved after the game or whatnot. But at least Friday we should have some time. We get there early, actually. Just with the 3 time zones that we cross over, we get there early. I think we'll have some time to kill before we can check into the hotel. But no, the focus always on road trips is business first. Go in, do the right things, listen to the game plan, rest and stuff before the game. After the game, obviously you can take a little bit of load off and explore a little bit if there's time for that. But no, I think it's everybody's focus at this point in the season as we're approaching the halfway mark, or this game is the halfway mark. It's strictly business despite being out in the City of Lights. So
Yeah. Well, you guys are going to travel out there and then you get to basically come back and spend the rest of July in Pittsburgh, which I'm sure will be nice after all the travel. Jacob, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us with today. Obviously, have a great trip out to Vegas. Here's hoping for another shutout. And yeah, man, best of luck. And hopefully we talk to you again here soon.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you again so much, Mike. Appreciate it.